We have a new clutch going into our TX300 build. This is a really cool build. We have lots of segments on this, full build. Today we're going to put the slave on over here, and then on the other side we're putting a TorqDrive conventional Rekluse clutch on. This is the Rekluse slave. The stock slave on these Huskies was a Magura, not quite as good as the Brembo stuff, and they would fail. I'm just adding a little bit of fluid to make it easier when we do go to bleed it later. So it's got a little bit of fluid in there. And I can push it with my hands like this. That'll get some, just get it to break loose a little bit. It's got a little bit of fluid. It'll be easier at bleeding. Push down right there like that. And we also run one of these guards from Enduro Engineering makes these guards, which are kind of cool. And it gets rid of the stock mud guard that's kind of annoying. I've never installed one of these on the bench. We're doing some other work, so figured it was kind of a good time. So I'm gonna, this one I'll just leave snug so I can finish, you know, on the bench. But it's easier to do the clutch if I have the slave on, which we had it off when we were changing things out after we washed the engine. So I'm gonna snug that, and our gasket looks good all the way around. I'm gonna bust all these bolts off for the cover, real easy. I looked at the instructions a little bit on this. The cover for Rekluse uses a different bolt, I think in this spot right here, so one of the spots will pay attention to that. Because I remember back when we were doing these with some of the other brands, if you ran a bolt that was something that would actually mess up the starter with different covers. So they give you a different bolt to put in that spot. So with the Rekluse clutch setup, they have different thickness plates for different areas. So it's best to have some calipers. You can kind of tell, but it's much easier to have calipers. These are 40 thousandths thick. There's 2 and 2, and if you look at the instructions, it tells you what order they go in. And in this case, these 2 thin ones go at the top and the bottom of the stack. And then these metals are going to go in the middle. And then now I'm going to check the fibers. Okay, so in this case, the check marks, we call them, like this, is how it sits in here. So we're going to put down, I like to just do it in order. It's really nice if you can. And the fibers are all the same on this one. So we can go like this. And then we're going to put down a fiber and a steel and a fiber and a steel and a fiber and a steel, fiber and a steel. And oh, these things are all soaking with oil. So I kind of skipped over that. These things have been sitting out here for like a week getting ready to go in here, and I haven't got it done. So that's why they are soaked with oil. And now the whole stack is in the correct order like this. And actually in this bike, particular bike, it could go either direction because it's the same either way. Just like to break them loose with the T-handle, and then I can get my gun on there. I don't think this clutch is going to be in too bad a shape. Not a lot of time on it, and the guy riding wasn't doing big, huge sand hill climbs like I do that will smoke a clutch. The KTM Husqvarna setup, you have these little marks right here for 1, 2, 3, kind of nice to reference. And we're always going to usually use 2, typically. When you pull this pressure plate off, this plate always sticks on here, like it just did. And so you want to keep track of that. One of the first things I like to do in this case is pull these pins out, because a lot of times you'll be pulling the plates out and drop one in the engine. You can usually always get them out with a magnet, but it's a whole lot easier to just get them out right now. Pokemon, we call them, little hook, and we make sure that we're last plate. A lot of times, again, this last silver plate would like to stick there. This clutch looks really good. If I wasn't already doing this project, I probably wouldn't even need to change it out. So I just noticed this, that the cushions might be worn out here. Check out that play right there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and inspect these cushions, which we didn't plan on doing. Okay, so now we bent that tab all the way out of the way. Okay, so we got the nut off. It was hot. I did have to throw some heat on it, which I failed to film. And pull it off now. Washer, I like to keep that with the basket there. We're not going to take anything out of there. All right, so we're going to swap them out. Luckily, I have some Rekluse cushions. We haven't needed them for a long time, but they do wear out, as we can see. And this bike wasn't hammered very much, but it is, 6 years old now is the problem. I think age has probably done more to them than not. So we're going to put those in place of these, just dropping them in. None of them are broken. A lot of times they're broken. These aren't broken. They just drop right in. Pretty simple. I want just a little bit of lube on here so that it'll squish together nice. Okay, I can already tell we fixed our play problem. So there's nothing now, so that's really nice. And we're not sitting down quite deep enough, so I think I'm going to take this over to the vise rather than tightening it down just with a nut. I'm going to take it over to the vise and collapse this a little bit more into the cushions. So see this? It's just going to collapse in. You can just kind of feel it stop. You don't have to go crazy, but that's just going to make it easier when we go to tighten the nut that it's down like that all the way. So they give you a brand new bend over washer deal, we'll call it. Just like that, so you don't have to reuse the one that's all beat up. It could be used if you needed to, but they give you a brand new one. And we're going to get some thread locker on there. Heavy thread locker. Strong or red. And then we're going to put our nut back on. Good. We're going to bend our little bendy tabs up. Come in here. Don't want to heat it up too bad. Good, just like that. They have two of them. I bent that one up a little bit. I think that's plenty sufficient because this tab hooks in there, so it really can't go anywhere if it was to come loose. So now we're tight. We have no play here, which is really cool with our new cushions on. So we're going to install our new plates. I like to put in one steel first before I put the pins in. Just like that. And I'm going to line it up and I'm going to drop my pins in. I put a tiny bit of grease on the pins. I wasn't lined up. I was lined up with the wrong hole. Now I'm lined up and I put a little bit of grease on there. Just like that. Now I'm lined up. Just make sure we're on the correct, we're ready to go. That's all done. Now I'm going to put our fibers in. And again, the fibers were soaking like for a week. They don't need to soak for a week. 15 or 20 minutes is fine. If you soak them the night before, you're doing it, that's great. So we soaked them for a while, and then I had to use something else in our clutch soaking bucket, so then I put them in a bag. We've had really good luck with these TorqDrive clutches in our KTM bikes like this. Now I have videos showing doing this on the bike, and usually we'll lay the bike over on its side when we're doing that. It's pretty easy. It's probably easier than doing it on the bench. I'm just so used to doing it that way. It's no big deal. So with the TorqDrive, you have extra plates than you do on a regular one. So we're going to drop in our little top hat piece. And my first little effort, I forgot it when I was in such a hurry. I was so proud of myself for going so well and fast. Remember that this little ring right here, people forget it's even here and sometimes it'll fall off. It has the words top on it, so make sure that that's facing this way, like that. Now we got our little top hat piece, I call it. So I went in number 2. We talked about the number 2 spot before. That's the middle. We don't really play too much with the other positions. So now we're going to drop all of our screws in to get this started. You actually see the spring collapse down like that. I have low torque set on my gun. Just like that. Then at this point, I like to use my good feel, just like this, all the way around. Guys get worried if I don't go in a cross pattern, but at this point, you're so close, it doesn't matter if you just want to walk around like this. Just feel them. This little T-handle right here feels great. One hand. So our new TorqDrive is installed. Got our slave on. We even got new cushions in here, which I didn't think we were going to be doing. Had no idea. So that's kind of nice. So check that out. Okay, so that's how you'd complete the clutch. But in this case, we are now going to add our clutch weight, which we just got in stock. Blaze Racing has these, and they've had them for quite a while. They work on all this style clutch. And just give the bike some more tractable, kind of like adding a weight to your flywheel, but not as noticeable, but still pretty dang cool. So it's somewhat simple, but a little bit trickier to get going. They give you new bolts because the other bolts aren't going to be long enough to run with this setup. So I'm going to go back into that number 2 hole like that. And then I got to make sure that this all goes like this. And I like to get at least one other bolt in there like that. Now I'm going to go like this right here. Now, one thing we've noticed is it can get off. We've had that happen. So you got to pay attention to that you're completely straight, which isn't too hard. Okay, so I want to make sure, I kind of back this off to make sure that we get seated in correctly. I'm just going to feel that it gets in its proper groove. Just like that. Way better. Okay, so we had to push it over. I think it's a little easier in the bike when I'm all the way flat. Okay, so again, and now this will work with most of the stock covers. We're going to end up having the Rekluse cover on here to go with our clutch. So you can go around and just set these to your proper torque, just like that. Guys will say, what's the proper torque? You got to go look it up. Or you can just do like that. Now, the way to tell is you can see that we're even all the way around. And we've had some before where it's not quite seated down correctly. So we're looking great here and ready to go. I went ahead and ordered a new gasket. A lot of times you can reuse the old one, which we usually do. But since I was ordering some parts anyway, I figured I'd just get a new one to make sure that it's not going to have any problems long term in the new cover. Just putting a tiny bit of grease on here kind of just makes it seal up nice. Just like that. Whenever you're putting bolts in, it's a good idea to put them all in and kind of see that they're all in the right length holes. If you put them all in, you can kind of tell that they all are standing out the same amount. Okay, so that's it on clutch install. TX300. We have a bunch of other videos on this bike you can check out as well.